recap of all the winners around the sim racing world. We're going to start with ECT tonight. We're going to go back to their Sunday night Super Truck Series. They were at Kentucky. Surprise, surprise, Chevy Chase won the race. He's seems to be doing a lot of that lately. Chevy, what can you tell us about your win at Kentucky Sunday night?
A lot of cautions. There was a few people that didn't have good enough setups really for that race. That needed a little more practice or something. So it was just a highline track, and there was only a few of us with a highline set. So when TJ quit and all the cautions, I just stayed out on the track and ran the highline to the victory.
Spoiler, are you back?
Oh yeah.
Spoiler, we see you finished fourth in that race. What were your thoughts on the Sunday night race at Kentucky?
Well, I agree with Chevy. It had a lot of cautions in it. It was you could call it, like, if you looked at it, it was high line, sucked you to the wall, low line, made you spin. But to be honest with you, I loved the track. I love that track, but I liked a different version of it even better. But I thought it was a decent race overall. It was a lot of fun for me, and anytime I finish top 5 is not a bad night. So, yeah, I love the Kentucky track overall.
Looking at the standings in that Sunday night Super Truck Series, it looks like Texan is the points leader over DJ Champ by 27. Moving on to the Monday night Aero 88 Series. Looks like ECT ran the 1970 version of Atlanta. And it looks like ECT John Simpson with the victory. He's not here tonight. Spoiler, it doesn't look like you were in that race. Bama, it looks like you ran that race. Are you here?
He went to go to the little boys' room.
Like what Bree's asking.
He went to
laughing about
he went to meet his priest.
I'm still laughing about that.
Why? Don't you know?
Because yes, I just think that was funny.
Bro, he hangs out with Father Feel My
I've
Nuts.
been laughing ever since Mark started the broadcast because you said that right before he started.
Mark, that Atlanta 1970 track, it's like Atlanta, but 1970.
That makes perfect sense, Greg. That's a great way to describe that.
Anyway,
that was 13 years before I was born, so you're gonna have to elaborate a little bit more.
let me break it down in layman's terms. Imagine Atlanta, but only imagine it back in 1970.
So it was like long hair and bell bottoms.
I'm not even that old. I was only
it's
5.
just a big oval, Mark.
Got it. All right, so Bama's not back, so that's okay. We'll move on to the Tuesday night Smokes SS Series, which I gotta move somebody in here. So Tuesday night, Daytona TR, Brian Bell in the 25 car brought home the victory by 7/100ths of a second over Spoiler. Brian, what can you tell us about your victory Tuesday night?
But
He's with Bama.
yeah,
All right, Spoiler, what can you tell us about your second place finish Tuesday night?
He's
Well-
with Brian.
that race actually.
first, except second.
Yeah, what you got to realize is when you finish second, it's not first and not third. No, that race was actually really fun. It was great competition. It was one of the ones where it went right down at the last, few laps there, and I remember Brian was up high and he was going down low. I think Chevy and them guys were down on the low line, and I had a horrible gears for restarting. And so I guess somebody, didn't have real faith in me as far as being able to help them out with that little bit of laps left. But I ended up, getting a good draft and came up and just plowed into Brian. And the way Pete taught me, he said, "Hey man, just plow into him." and and anyway,
They love it.
Yeah, and it got him to, it got him over the finish line to first, and I happened to be right behind him, and it was an awesome race. It was a lot of fun.
Looking at the standings from that Tuesday night series, it looks like poor boy 22 points ahead of Pockets. Bama, I see that you're back now. I was wanted to ask you, what can you tell us about the Monday night Aero 88 race, Atlanta 1970, that John Simpson won?
That Atlanta track, I tell you what, that's a tire heater from hell. I think they got razor blades mixed up in the track when they were pouring that thing back then. John was tough, man. He used some pit strategy and fuel mileage, and he really kind of walked the dog on all of us. He was tough to beat. He was tough to beat. I don't think anybody was really that close to him. He kind of just walked off by himself.
Hey, Mark, let me just make sure here. Brian, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Now you notice Brian and Bama back at the same time.
That's right. I told you they were. They both went to talk to the priest.
Brian, you missed your big Tuesday night. Well, maybe Mark will let you do it again. Hold on.
Yeah, Brian, what can you tell us about your victory Tuesday night over at ECT?
It was thanks in part to John Forgione and Timbo. After the previous Tuesday night race, we practiced our race setup and our cue setup, and I was giving up on the guy behind me, but he didn't give up on me, and he came flying through, and that was none other than Greg came up, and he gave me a good shot in the ass and brought me to the win.
Brian, you can't say bad words on this TV station.
Yeah, what the hell are you thinking?
Are you sure?
Fuck is wrong with
he
you?
wasn't in the bathroom with him?
Did he have his blanket with him?
Somebody's whacking a carrot.
All right, and moving on to the ECT Wednesday night series, the victory there at Talladega was ECT B. Ellisor. He's obviously not here. Brian Bell, you finished second Wednesday night. What can you tell us about that Talladega race?
Oh, I want to win that race, man. I thought I had the car to beat. Just fell out of the last spot that I needed to be at the end, and just got behind Billy, and it was tight racing, door banging. It was a lot of fun.
You didn't door bang me.
No, I got close.
I remember that one. There was some paint scraping going on for sure.
Pockets, I see you were in that race. What the hell's wrong with you? Why didn't you win?
Hey, I was in a lot of races. I was in the Tuesday night race. I was in the Wednesday night race. I didn't win that race because Billy Ellisor was the class of the field that night.
If I remember right, I put a move on Pockets coming out of going into turn 3 toward the end of that thing.
I thought Paco's was in the pits changing tires for me.
That's why I didn't go to the bathroom earlier, because Bama and his moves he's making over there.
Looking at the Wednesday night standings, ECTQ, your points leader, 11 points ahead of Timbo. Now looking over BSR.
Oh shit!
Don't look, Pete.
Let's go back to your last Friday night race. I believe that was that Texan that won?
Let's go look and see. Probably sounds like it. Texan wins a lot, so yeah, I'll go with that. You looking at the standings?
Well, they've been updated, so now it shows Chevy as the last winner, but that was tonight.
Chevy, do you remember who won last Friday night?
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, here it is. It was Iowa and it was Texan.
Yeah, Iowa, the cornhole.
That was a fun race.
That's why I don't remember it. I try to forget that damn place. Of
I loved it.
course, Greg would love it. Like, Greg, are you going camping with Kyle?
So Texan not here. Chevy, what were your thoughts on that Iowa race last Friday night?
Texan I don't know, man. He's got this ability to drive these loose sets and just short track through that cornhole. Man, not a lot of us can do it. TJ was good at it too. It's quick hands, I guess.
That place was tough.
Did y'all think it was like Darlington a little bit?
I think it's like
Darlington without bank, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's like.
I love Darlington.
Like I
Oh,
say
wow.
about.
It's
like
like
I say,
Darlington with Martinsville banking. It's just horrendous.
wasted space is some good place to plant some more corn, as far as I'm concerned.
I loved it.
I actually liked the track. I think I finished 8th there that night, if I remember right. But it's a tough place to run. It'll wear down on your set. You got to race the track.
By the way, Texas finished second
Who won?
on Wednesday night. TJ did.
Oh, yep.
We're talking about Friday.
Sorry.
Damn, we
Pass
all
the
lost.
beer.
Go to the
Oh,
bathroom.
I was here last Friday and you didn't talk about the Friday before, so I just figured you were talking about Wednesday.
He's
Sorry.
just getting caught back up.
I do whatever the hell I want.
Exactly.
Moving on to
Son of
the.
a bitch.
I'm learning from Pete.
Welcome to a 61-year-old
Yeah,
mind.
all this time Mark spending with Pete's kind of ruining him. So.
Well, I'm sorry. What happened?
Where am I?
I just
Pete,
welcomed him.
You need to go to the bathroom?
I just welcomed him to my
Don't do it, Pete.
61-year-old mind, and that's what happens.
Moving on to the Saturday night Battle of the Five Flavors. All I see is that Hot came out of last Saturday with the win. Pockets, who won that race?
That was a big win, I believe, if I'm correct. Chevy, did you win that one too?
No,
Who won?
I finished second.
Who won?
I don't remember because all I do is change it to the change.
Well, somebody obviously won that race, and congratulations to whoever that was.
Well, it
You
was.
got him first.
Gar's probably got the render about to get ready to be put up, but I don't really remember. Greg, do you remember? Wasn't you, was it?
I only remember who finished third.
Well,
And I
thank
wonder
goodness
why.
the second and third place finisher here, so that's good enough.
I don't remember who finished first. To be
I
honest with
don't
you.
remember either. Was it Nelly?
Well, it was Team Hot. We'll just assume
No,
it was
it
Texan.
wasn't Nelly. Team
Hot.
Hot. Team Hot. I don't think Team Hot.
Oh, was
won,
it
though.
Carson Krentz?
It was Carson Krenz. It sure was. Carson
That's
Krenz
right.
got the win. Yes, he sure did.
And it was beer bacon.
Yes,
was
sure.
beer bacon.
Yes, it was
I
beer
didn't know
bacon.
that.
Chevy
I'm on
pushed
beer
Carson.
bacon.
Yep. Chevy pushed
Yep.
Carson to a win, and that was a great win for Carson over there on Saturday night. Even though I don't remember it, it still was a great win. I'm sure.
Thank God.
Congratulations, Carson. Sorry,
That's a-
I forgot it was you.
That's a great series for anybody interested. I love racing that. And by the way, Team Original, I think, has an 8-point lead. I didn't know if you were going to mention that, Mark, or not.
And
Probably not.
that series will wrap up next Saturday night. We're taking this Saturday night off for people who are going to be out of town for the 4th of July and the races on TV and stuff like that. So we'll wrap that season 31 up with the last race next Saturday night. Feel
Did they race
anybody's
tonight?
chance there? Yeah, Busch Series race tonight.
Oh, that was it. All right.
I thought it got rained out.
Oh, it did, didn't it? Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
Mama say that.
What Bush series? What the fuck are you in? What year you in?
What the hell?
1970.
Holy shit.
Busch Series.
Bush series. I think you're playing with your Bush.
Evidently.
Yeah, obviously.
Moving around to the Wednesday night race, your truck series. That was ECT TJ.
That cheating fuck.
Yes, that was ECT TJ. What track were we at Wednesday?
Iowa.
Oh. We're last week?
Wednesday, 2 nights ago. Or no,
Oh, I'm sorry.
it was last week because you guys didn't race 2 nights ago.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I got you. Yes, ECT TJ. So he won Tuesday and Wednesday? I mean, he won both Iowa races, Wednesday
No,
and Friday?
Killer won the other one.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. I'm
And-
sorry, y'all. I've raced a bunch of races between APR, BSR, ECT. I'm kind of lost in the haze here between all the races.
Are you lost in the sauce?
Yes, I'm lost in the sauce.
Very good.
Speaking
Benny
of-
Pete says it's sauce, not gravy.
It ain't
I'm
gravy.
not going to tell you why he said it, but
Because moving on's eat gravy.
Oh,
Well, yeah, the pockets now. Well, he could have mistaken that because you said that John sauce. You put it on your biscuits and every damn thing else.
well, that's
you might
barbecue
be
sauce.
thinking
We're
it's
talking
gravy.
about. We're talking about sauce. We're talking about Italian sauce.
Ah,
Now, moving on to the Thursday night Cup Series last night at Daytona. It was a live broadcast. You guys prepare yourselves for a 5-minute speech. Pockets, tell us about your win.
Oh, last night?
That was you.
That was a great win. I mean, it really was. People have just not stopped calling, sending their congratulations. I've gotten calls from all over. President Trump called me early this morning to congratulate me on my win, and I told him it was great to hear from him and keep making America great.
They're playing. They're playing it on ESPN right now.
That was a good race. Broadcast on Pony Express Broadcast Network. Was happy to see Kyle hop in there in the booth, running a little late, but he came in and it was a great broadcast, just like y'all always do. Great race, great field of drivers between the BSR drivers and our great friends from ECT. A lot of luck. I was fortunate enough to pull that off and get the pony off my back, so to speak. The jinx has been lifted, and just glad that I could finally get a win. That was my first win on Thursday night this whole season. 17 race drought is now over, and so got a bonus point for winning. So hopefully we can have some more luck like that. And just a great race all around. I want to thank everybody for coming out, and thanks Pony Express for broadcasting it.
Now I understand Pete Sindolin taught you everything that you know.
Pete Sindone taught me just about everything worth knowing. I'm telling you right now, he is a wise, wise man.
You see, Mark? What you think? I was bullshitting you?
Oh,
You
no,
want some
I believe.
candy?
Jesus Christ, this guy. I mean,
What
I tell you something, and you got to go right back to the how you call it there.
And one of the things he taught me is when somebody puts you on the spot like that and asks you a question like that, you gotta, you know what I mean? You have to answer it that way, or you'll have to deal with him afterwards. So I have learned a lot from Pete.
on how to be humble.
Especially on how to be humble.
I said how to be a homo, not humble. You faggot.
Oh, excuse me.
All right, moving.
I tell you something, Mark. Wait a minute. I got to tell you something. You be quiet there for goddamn 2 seconds. All this nonsense that we do, he still shoots it straight. No comments, no nothing. You just shoot it right out there, bro. I got to give you a little congratulations on that.
He's our straight man.
Yeah, he don't, he don't lean no way or no. Well, then again, Pockets always fucking brown noses him, so he leans a little bit towards Pockets, but whatever.
Moving on to some short track action at American Patriot Racing.
You're welcome, Mark.
Oh, thank you.
Another humble one there.
BSR Chevy Chase takes the victory at Thompson Speedway. Chevy, tell us about your win at Thompson.
Why don't you get your head admin down here to join us on that APR business?
Who the fuck is APR?
Sorry, Chevy.
No, nobody wants to talk to him.
Who?
Where is Joe?
Chris
Oh,
Hart.
Chris. I mean, Chris.
Before we talk to Chevy about Thompson, I did want to make a comment about
Ain't that a fucking surprise?
APR and throwing that Thompson out there. Pete, I had never raced Thompson, and I know that you've spent a lot of time up around that area and with the modified guys, and you've been to that track, I'm sure, several times. And that was the I keep telling people that was the home track of our friend Earl Pelletier,
That's
who
right.
used to race there, and he, after he retired from driving, he worked on a team that actually won the Thompson Championship, and they got to go to the NASCAR banquet.
Yep.
And got to see some good pictures and stuff of Earl drinking a beer with Chocolate Myers. And that Thompson track is a great track, and I just wanted to say thanks for turning me on to a short track that I actually love. I love that place. I can't wait to go back there, Pete. I really like that track. It's fun stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a great track. Even even to actually be there, that and Stafford, Stafford Motor Speedway also is basically the same thing. And both those tracks in real life are phenomenal speedways.
I'm also looking forward to Wall Stadium. I've watched some videos of the modifieds at Wall Stadium, and that track looks super exciting.
Oh yeah, that Wall Stadium's a crazy track. I kind of grew up there with my dad racing. I've only ran the demo there 3 times on the infield. When I get aggravated, I love crashing people's cars and shit. So I used to love that track to go there to do that. Thompson Speedway, I got to race on not race. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Thompson, I got to warm up a couple of cars, and I also did my cousin's truck, and we're talking about possibly going back this year for me to run the truck in a race. What'll be funny is I'll be racing against Todd Taylor.
That's exactly what I was fixing to say. That's where Todd and his brother Chris.
Yep.
They both race there, don't they?
Yeah, they race there on bigger races. Normally, well, there was a problem with the speedway that was close to Todd's house, which was Waterford Speed Bowl. They had an issue with the owner touching little boys. So the FBI and everybody.
Seen that. Yes, I did see that.
Him and a couple of guys got closed up. So, but somebody else took over the track and took over the license and everything like that. So I believe they started, or they were going to start last week, but I think they got rained out. I think they're starting again tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken. But that's normally Todd's and Chris's track. But hopefully we can get up there this year. My cousin went up there this year with the truck. I mean, it's a phenomenal truck. It's got the best of everything except for the day that he went up there with it to do the icebreaker. They pulled it off the trailer. I should say they pulled it out of the trailer, and as they pulled it out of the trailer, because I hear something wrong with the motor, boom, the motor blew up right there. I said, holy shit. I've never seen a motor blow up coming out of the trailer. So, I mean, that was his experience of going up to Thompson this year.
Well, I know that Chris and Todd both are longtime ECT members, and you are not going to find two nicer guys than those two guys, and that's just a testament to real racers that sim race at ECT, and those are some good guys. I like both of them a whole lot.
Oh, yeah, they're great guys. I mean, of course, I met them. I had the great meeting, Earl Pelletier, Jim Woodrow, Danny Savory,
Fred Hill.
Who? Fred Hill. Yeah, that's it, Freddie Hill. A lot of the guys. We used to go out and meet every year at different tracks, whether it was Wall Stadium or Thompson or Stafford. We used to do it every year for a couple of years. Ed Battaglia, who used to race with us, he was up there. We had a lot of fun. Vinny was there. I'll tell you what a pisser we always had, me and Vinny. We'd rank the shit out of everybody that was there. Just the two of us. We had a great time.
That would be a great outing right there. Just
I went
two in the same place.
I went up there one time and smacked a bunch of Yankees around when I went up in that track. I was like, hell with it.
Then he woke up in Virginia with his head stuck up his ass. And that proves that he was up here with us when he was in the VA hospital there.
I did lose my virginity at Wall Speedway.
It's called Wall Stadium.
Great Wall Stadium, too.
Wait, what was his name?
Vinny
Was that another camping trip?
That was a blanket party. Poor Mark, he wants to talk about his series here. We done stuck all over it.
Talking to Pete. Go ahead. Chevy at Thompson at APR. American Patriot Racing, great place.
Chevy, how was your win at Thompson?
Before anybody else says anything, my win at Thompson was just a setup glitch. I think I looked at the makeup of the track and I went ahead and set the camber and the caster in the front end like I would at Martinsville, and then made it a little bit loose so I could drive it in hard and just let it roll through the corner, and it was fun. I think the GNS physics kind of saves you there in sim racing, so I probably got a little lucky there, like I said before, but Killer was coming before that caution came out.
And then last night we were at the Rock. Chris Hart brought home the victory. I can't keep up with him. He's in and out of this team speak, changing channels. He's not in here right now, so we're not going to interview Chris Hart. Pockets, what did you think about the Rock last night? Tire wear was crazy.
The tire wear is always an issue there, but once again, American Patriot Racing brings another great track out of the mothballs and puts it back into play into some good sim racing. That's H.B. Hardy. He said he grew up right by that track. Said when he was in school, they could actually hear the cars if they were practicing, and it was just great to see that track come out of the mothballs at American Patriot Racing. I think, Greg, don't y'all run that track in one of your series?
We ran it. We ran it in the Sunday series. I think we ran it last season.
I'll tell you.
Who won, do you remember who won that race?
I'm going to go ahead and bet on Chevy Chase won it.
That's probably why he remembers
I can
it.
tell you one thing. I totally sucked there last night, but I did do one thing, and Pockets can testify to this. I made the wildest pit entry last night into that damn pit area that you have ever seen in your life.
I still don't know how he missed that wall. I hollered out to him, said, "Nice pit," and he said, "Yeah, but I wasn't trying to pit."
Yeah, that wall was coming up. I hooked it left, and I crossed the line. I think I was doing about 92 miles an hour.
I'll tell you this: one of the most stupid decisions ever made in racing was to get rid of that track off the schedule for NASCAR, because that had to have been a great place to sit in the stands and watch a race. It's just a phenomenal track. It just breaks my heart. Hardy said it's all grown up with weeds and everything like that. At least we can still keep the spirit of that place alive in sim racing. I can tell you, it's a great track. It's one of those tracks that's unique. There's nothing else like it. You can't compare it to any other track. There's similarities of several tracks like Dover or Bristol or whatever, but it's still different. And that little dog leg right down there at the end of the front stretch is unlike any other track out there, and just the uniqueness of it, it just breaks my heart to see it off the schedule.
What track is this?
North Carolina, Rockingham, the Rock.
Yeah,
I know.
I think
one
we
thing.
were at the last race there. Me and a couple of guys.
Yep, it's great.
As your
Great
tires
track.
go on that track, control is just a major issue. Just the further into a fuel run you get, the more control you lose. Driving that thing it takes a lot of talent.
I remember going to that track one time and smacking a bunch of Yankees around.
Camping again? Another camping trip?
Damn, Greg, you do that a lot, don't you?
I'm violent.
Well, APR, thanks for Mark, you and Joe Simpson and Chris. Thanks for bringing that track back out. It's good decisions over at APR. I've had a lot of fun over there. There's short races where we just go in and have a good time. Nobody's too serious about it. It's designed for everybody to come out after the regular scheduled races that ECT and BSR have, and it's just a place to come in and have a good time and have a lot of laughs, and we've been doing that ever since the doors opened at APR, and we're just glad to be a part of it.
I really regret that I couldn't make it last night because I love racing at Rockingham, man. Even though I suck at it, I would have loved to have made it.
I want to thank APR too. It's a great opportunity to go to some tracks that I've never seen. I really hate missing Thompson the other night. I was having connection issues, but the races that I've run with y'all, great time. Thank you.
Yeah,
When did they
Chris
race?
Aiken, Wednesday nights and Thursday nights.
That's bullshit.
But yeah, Chris
It's a
Aiken
late
even joined
night
us
thing,
last
Pete.
night from over at Insomniacs. Chris Aiken, the good guy, the night driver of the night team. He joined us last night. We were glad to see him. Sounds like I'm the spokesperson for APR. I'm just one of the guys that races there, and it was just a good time. I really like what they've got going on over there. So anybody interested in a little bit of, just like I said, what are they, 25% races, Mark?
The short track series Wednesday night, we're running 25% races just because it's 13-second lap times. Thursday night in the truck series, we're going to be running 20% races. Trying to keep everything down to you're in there for less than an hour. Get in there, run your race, drink a couple beers, talk some shit, and get out of there and go to bed.
And that's exactly what happens there, and it just leads to a very good time. I really
What
like what's
time are
going
the
on.
races?
About 11 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, what are you, out of your goddamn mind? 11 p.m. I'm in the middle of a second downstroke or an upstroke. I'm not sure. It depends.
But next week, next Wednesday, we'll be at Bristol in the short track series. That will be our first points race, and then Thursday night we'll be at Michigan. And if you guys like Thompson, it'll be in 2 weeks. It's after Bristol.
Thompson?
Yep.
Yeah, I smacked a bunch of Yankees around at that track one time.
Fucking Skype tough guy. I love it. I love it to death.
But that's it. That's all our race winners from the last week. So now the microphone is all yours.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Here we go.
Bye, man. What are we going to talk about?
Now everybody's quieting up.
Hey, I want to talk about all
know.
those. I want to talk about. I want to talk about anybody that's looking for it's not really sim
Looking for
racing
what?
related, but a nice fixer-upper car. Those cars that you post on Facebook from
Those are wrecked.
All American. Well, yeah, but some of them aren't hit that bad. Looks like you could fix one of those up and be in business. I seen a Cadillac.
Where do you see
the
this
other day.
at? I've never seen him post any cars
Pete's
up.
All American Auto Wrecking Facebook page.
I've never seen any of that.
It's
I guess you gotta like it or something. I guess, right?
Well,
How
yeah.
could you not? What do you mean?
I don't understand how I missed that. It's
You're
All
right,
American Records.
All American Auto Wreckers.
I have to check that out. Then I don't know why I don't have it.
Check that out on Facebook. There might be some people out there that are looking for a a good buy on a car. I mean, I'm sure Pete probably knows a nice paint and body guy that could fix one of those cars up and you'd be in business.
How could you not be on this page already?
I thought I should have been if I.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry here. Wait a minute. Invite your gay friends. I didn't hit that.
Well, that's why Pockets is on there. I got you.
It is Pride Month, so make sure that Greg gets that. They're celebrating it.
Greg, you got to be fucking retarded because I just put your name in there and it says Greg liked it.
Huh?
In his ass.
I don't recall seeing it. Am I?
Yes.
Hey, if I could say something here, Mark, to give you a pat on the back.
Oh, here we.
I noticed that there's some other people. I'm not going to mention any names. I don't want to get anybody riled up or started or whatever. But I noticed that there's some other people out there stealing what you're doing and what you got going on because they see the excitement and stuff that's drawn to what you're doing and everything in the sim racing world. And I noticed you're getting some copycats out there. And I just wanted to say, when I read it, it pissed me off really. But I'm going to say it like this: I would take it as a compliment, and I think that you're doing such a great job, man. That you're setting a trend, and what's going on. And if people want to copy what you're doing, what we're doing, then more power to them.
Whoa! Let's not be scared, son. Speak your piece.
Well, there's another broadcasting unit out there. I don't know how Mark feels about getting anything started up, but I saw where they're going to start doing basically what he's doing right now, and I just thought that was a little shady in my opinion.
Listen. They're forever doing the same thing that we all do here. You just got to live with it. When you do the best of the best, everybody wants to follow you. They think they're going to do better. Let them try. They're more than welcome.
But Kyle does his interviews. They're going to start doing that too, and all that stuff. And I was like, ain't that some crap?
What's that old saying about
Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
That's right.
There you go. So of course,
Ejaculation is the
It's all
the
about
the highest
the one
of
in
flattery.
Bleasville Avenue.
we will continue to set the trend. We will continue to take sim racing back from those who have tried to make it something that's unenjoyable, and we'll let them do what they want to do, and we'll do what we want to do. And as you can see, how many broadcasters Pony Express Broadcast Network have this year, Mark? You tell me.
It looks like we're gonna be over. It's gonna be over 75. We may do 100 broadcasts this year.
So that right there tells me everything that needs to be said about who's doing broadcasts. I mean, just that says it all right there. I mean,
Well, didn't one broadcast company that used to be out there, God Almighty, highest, whatever, didn't they shit the bed and become some other bunch of donkeys?
I believe that's the way that went down. And Pete, you have personal experience with the previous version of that.
Yeah, sure. Screwed ECT out of money and
Uh,
gave me some story, some bullshit line about this, that, and the other thing, and then I was very happy to get introduced to Mark and his company, and Mark has done some great things with us so far, and meaning us, meaning ECT and BSR. He's been doing some great things. I mean, if there's any other league owners out there listening to this, which I'm sure there are, because everybody's been starting to come in and listen to us and get a kick out of our joking and joking hospitality and our racing reports and so on and so forth. You guys got to come over to Mark's joint, over to Pony Express, and talk to him and get your stuff on there. It seems like that's where everybody's going. He's coming over to buy Mark and doing the right thing, and Mark does the right thing by everybody. I mean, believe me. I'm not in a lot of the races. As you can see, you look at the points, you look at everything, I'm not there. But I know exactly what's going on, and my guys do nothing but talk highly about the Pony Express, and anybody can go there and look at all their shit that they posted up on YouTube, and it's a great job, man. So I agree with everybody's shit and saying that Mark does it the best, and we're doing the best, and we're having a great time of what we're doing, and everybody's starting to follow us now. So you know what? There was one thing that I had seen out there, and I wanted to talk to Greg about it. I seen something out there about these guys doing drag racing, and I got a kick out of it. I thought it was pretty cool. Now, I think I'm going to sit down and investigate this a little bit more, because I always watch the show Street Outlaws. Never missed an episode since the day it started.
Me too.
I have a couple of my friends that are actually on the show. Personal friends, live right here in Long Island. And matter of fact, they're going back, and one of the gentlemen is a very good close friend of mine, and he had asked me, if I would take a ride with them. Not to drive, not to do anything, just to sort of be in a crowd there with the boys and have a good old time. So we'll see what that if that ever transpires. But I was thinking of doing that and putting it up at ECT and making it the ECT Street Outlaws and doing a weekly drag race and just have a good old time. Whoever wants to come in, just do a couple of, an hour or so, or however it works out, and just do some drag racing and have a blast. I mean, I know, some of you guys think you're fast as a shift. Well, come on, let's go. Let's go. Pro Christmas tree, boys. We're going to have some fun.
I remember, didn't they have something like that years ago?
Yes. Yes, there was something out there a while ago that somebody had designed.
There was another group out there that actually, before the group that you've just seen here recently, who will probably claim they invented it, there was somebody else out there that had done that before, and I had seen that also. And they're a group out there, and they do a lot of different things. They do project cars. They do a lot of different things. They don't have everything just hitched to NASCAR Racing 2003. They do a lot of things out there, and they were actually the first ones that I seen do that. And I think we downloaded the mod and tried it once. It was over a year ago that we tried that, and we just were, with our schedule of racing and stuff like that, the schedules that we're running right now, and we're right in the middle of the big long, right in the middle of all of our seasons and stuff like that. Hadn't really had time to fool with anything else like that. But I like the way you're thinking there, Pete. I mean, there's other things that we can do and have fun, and if if ECT puts it up, BSR is going to support it. So and I did want to say another thing about Mark Dillon. This is a fact. If you're a league out there and you're paying $40 for a broadcast race, thank Mark Dillon, because he's the one that changed all that. If it wasn't for Mark Dillon, you'd still be getting ripped paying $150, $200 for a broadcast. Mark Dillon changed all that for you. Like him or not, you owe him that.
Yeah,
So,
I could vouch for that. We were probably one of the last broadcasts done on that particular broadcasting company. And a week later, thanks to Mark and his new setup and being real about it, came up with them phenomenal prices, which allowed more and more racing to be broadcast. And when I mentioned this to the people, the old broadcasting guys, they're like, "Well, we were considering." What do you mean considering? I don't understand the word considering. You were considering doing something? You were considering calling me and giving me something? You were considering sending me back a little something, something? Well, you didn't consider any of the above. As far as I'm concerned, you guys are a bunch of lowlifes. If you want my phone number or a plane ticket here so I can smack you right in the mouth, call me up.
I'll pitch in on the plane ticket.
Yep. Or if you need gas money to come here and whatever, then you're good to go. Call me.
I just wanted to let
They do
y'all.
a great job.
Yeah, I'm going to be starting my own broadcast company. I'm going to do it for $30 a race. So, Mark, I'm just letting you know now.
Well, you're going to have to do it for $25 a race.
Oh, 25?
I'll do
it.
30, so 40% anyway.
He's coming down south to punch a bunch
He
of
gonna start smacking some rebels, hillbillies in the mouth.
Listen, there was a bunch of times when I went down there and smacked around a bunch of hillbillies.
Oh,
And I
Lord.
said, oh, Jesus Lord. Mark, there's one thing I wanted to tell you, and I want to throw up to you because I don't know if anybody ever mentioned it to you before. Years and years ago when ECT first started, we had a radio station. We had our own radio. Greg, you remember that, right, bro?
Oh, yeah. Wheels and you and
Yep.
everybody was DJing it.
Yep. Myself, Wheels, and who else there? It was Bonsai, and a couple other guys. We had we had actual DJs, and each guy would go on a certain time of the day or anything, and it was ECT Racing Radio or something to that effect, ECT Thunder Radio. But I still have everything that's entailed to put that back together. I probably own 6-7 DJ licenses, and the licenses that I purchased at the time were licenses that were given to us forever. I think I spent like $200 a license or something like that at the time. It cost me like $1,000 to get it all set up. But anyway, we have that ability to do that again at any time. Where we can set up a radio station and actually go live on the internet. It was pretty cool. We did a website. We put a bunch of shit up there. So what's being done here can also be done on its own. If you ever decide to do something like that, we can sit down and talk about it. Give me a couple $1,000 and we can go there. But no, I'm only kidding.
So basically, what we've discussed tonight is that ECT and BSR has been around for such a long time that a lot of these people think that they're coming up with something original that we did years ago that they're just recycling. We're just, you know what I mean? There's reasons that we don't do it anymore or that we've moved on to something else and stuff like that. And
I'm expecting to read tomorrow on the forums somewhere or Facebook or something about, hey guys, got a new thing. We're going to start a radio station.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Don't
We
mess
go.
with me. I'll have them ads up there.
I was like, good Lord, man.
Let me know. I'll put something out there.
Speaking of a radio station, if we ever do that, Pete, I know who could fill up about an 8-hour block of time every day, and that would be Pockets. Yeah.
Bama. Oh, I thought you were going to say Bama.
No,
I mean,
thought you were gonna say
Bandit. That's what I meant to say, Bandit.
And Pockets, they'd go all day.
well,
Oh,
now
yeah, that's
Bandit
it.
is a radio DJ, so that would I just talk a lot. I mean,
Yeah, so what? We turn the mic on, and all you got to do is talk a little bit, press a button, turn on the radio. Turn on some songs. I'm sure you got a couple songs on your hillbilly station there.
Hey, look at
Well,
this
I'm-
shit. There's Chris Hart.
I'm saying we better hurry up and do it before somebody steals our idea, Pete.
That's right.
You think I give a shit? Who's
Nope.
going to steal the idea? Who's going to steal the idea? Come on, huh, please?
Chris Hart, how was your victory last night at Rockingham?
It was quite well. I enjoyed it.
Chevy laughing.
The hell am I supposed to say?
Try not to be so excited about it. Calm down. Everything's going to be okay.
It was fun.
Mr. Personality over here.
Strictly business.
What are
Well,
you guys doing in here?
Let
We're
everybody know
still
that
live.
tomorrow
We're on
night,
the radio show.
let everybody know tomorrow night if anybody wants to come out and run a fun run or something at BSR, we'll put something up. I'll post something on Facebook tomorrow night for the people that are looking for something to do, wanting to do a little racing. We'll put something up. Our Saturday night team series, Battle of the Five Flavors, is off till next week. So
Hey, man, let's do like a firecracker 500.
I'll put it up.
Hey, Mark, don't forget.
What are you going to do? Watch it on Pony Express Broadcast Network? You going
Why?
to come out there?
Nigga, please.
Hey, there's still a few spots
hey,
open.
Pockets, what
A few
about
spots open for the
Yes.
Freedom Don't Come Free race. So if you know anyone that wants to get in this race, let us know. Let's get them signed up.
What about a cup race at the Rock Pockets?
Well, Saturday night, if we do anything at BSR, I have to go with tradition because that is one of the longest super speedway series in the history of this game, and I don't want to buck against tradition.
That'll work.
But
Where?
we're open for discussion. It's a super speedway race tomorrow night, maybe at Daytona, maybe a little practice race for the upcoming Freedom Don't Come Free race over DCT and on Pony Express Broadcast Network coming up live next Sunday at 5:30 Eastern.
You got the job.
Or
Don't worry
6:30
about it.
Eastern.
Stop fucking being a DJ. You got the job.
You said Daytona?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah, I smacked a bunch of Yankees around at that track one time.
Those. Where have you
fucking
not
hell.
smacked a bunch of Yankees around?
All right, well, I'll tell you what, my racing continues. I'm headed over to Insomniacs Racing Club for their Talladega series, which I'm
Yeah, I know. Let's hear the bullshit story. You're leading the points.
I'm not leading the points, and I'm not saying anything about points. I don't want to jinx myself. I've just been having a good time racing.
Just read Tyler Burgent just bought a house. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. He didn't buy a house. He bought a box.
Bought a box.
Okay.
Got a
Well,
nice
bought a box.
yard.
I'm
He's
headed
just
out
on a
here.
lot
I'm
of
going
time.
to bed so I can get
He
up
got
early
thrown
and
out.
bug pockets.
Mama,
He got
you don't want to
thrown out
come
of his
race
house.
with us? You're already
Nah,
registered.
I'm
Bama told him no.
I'm calling tonight, guys.
He's gonna
Alright,
drink his
alright.
milk and cookies and go to bed.
I don't
That's it.
blame him.
That's it.
I don't blame him.
Bama, you need me to call you and read you a story?
I don't know. You might need to go find some Yankees to smack around.
That's the name of the book. Bama,
All right,
no
buddy.
bullshit.
Hey,
He'll read you stories about how he beat up hillbillies.
Okay.
He sure shit didn't come up here and beat up no Yankees. Fucking no two hillbilly.
Well, y'all keep him straight out there.
All right, buddy. Thanks
All
for
right,
coming out
we'll do
tonight.
it.
Congratulations for your second place.
Good. Yeah. Thank y'all. Thank you, BSR. Good job, Chevy Chase. See y'all.
Later, brother.
Congratulations, Chevy. Great race.
Hey, the crackhead's got his mic off.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't want to talk to us anymore.
All right, so qualifying is about to start. This has been NASCAR Racing 2003 Victory Lane. We'll be back again next Friday night. Pete Sindone, any final words?
No, not really, brother. I just appreciate everybody being here, like always. Great time again. Third week in a row, and our audience seems to be growing. So let's have some fun to keep it going, man. We need to. I tell you what, we need to do. No nonsense, and I'm going to tell Bama tomorrow. We need to announce this more. We need to put this on our Facebooks. You know, about our little radio show here, or whatever the hell you want to call it. You know, Homos Anonymous. I don't know, whatever. You know, tree monkeys in a bucket.
Well,
Thank God you're being serious now.
I was thinking what this really is a gathering of the most hated people in the community.
Who gives a fuck?
Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that.
I'll take it too. And that's
Yep.
what we ought to. That's what we ought to name the radio show. The most hated guys in sim racing.
The Outlaws.
I'm
You're
all
damn
The
right.
most, the
That's
most
right.
hated guys
That's
in
right.
sim racing and Greg Trogdon. That's what you should
Hey,
name it.
who smacks people around?
Yeah, who smacks the Yankees around in his fucking dreams? Shit. That bitch ain't never made it past my fucking border. But no, I'm serious, Greg. Mark, we gotta fucking throw this out there a little bit. We gotta come up with a logo, something, and show it out there. You know, I didn't see nothing tonight about the show. Oh, yes, I did. I'm sorry. I seen some little thing about Greg touching pockets or some shit. I don't know. Tonight,
We're
11
going
o'clock.
camping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to schedule some special guests, some people that we can bring in, and this is always a great time.
Yeah, we can get some big hotshots in here. We can get Todd Taylor and Chris Taylor about their racing experiences. I can get some guys from my local racetrack to come in. You know, without a doubt, we always have a lot of fun together.
Yeah,
We need
because
to
the great-
also.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say we also need to schedule a camping trip with all of us. I would be all up for that.
Yeah.
What do you say, Chris?
What's it going to be called? The Reach Around Reunion?
You with us, Chris?
Hey, I'm 1,000 miles away. We'd have to make it in the south somewhere.
Well, I'm sure Greg would meet halfway for a good camping trip.
That's right.
Hmm
He'll definitely want to meet somebody for a good reach around. He's definitely into that butt munching.
I'm sorry, Mark. They had to take this. I try to keep this thing high class, and they take it down to the toilet level.
You're so full of shit, you homo.
Well,
All right,
Thank
guys.
God.
It's been a good one, and we will be back again next Friday night for another hour of entertainment here on NASCAR Racing 2003 Victory Lane.
Night,
thanks
everybody.
a lot. See ya.
Good night.